All right. I already have my seatbelt on. Why did I just reach for it? This is my first time recording my GoPro in a very long time. When I realized, like I'm headed to a car show, and I'm like getting more out of my anxiousness. And the thing is, people don't know that you're anxious or you have social anxiety when they first meet you. Like, obviously there's signs about, like, you know, not making eye contact or being quiet, but otherwise when you interact with folks, they don't automatically assume like you have social anxiety. So you don't have to worry about that, having that mask on per se, saying like, all right, cool, they see that I have social anxiety, so they're gonna like try to placate to me and make sure I'm okay, and I don't want the attention whatsoever. So when I look back at my videos, I'm like, man, I don't look like I have social anxiety. So it's really like an internal thing. So for some folks out there, like, maybe it's all about you just internalizing too many things, and just be yourself. And I know we preach that all the time. Like, every time when you want to make friends, people say, just be yourself. And honestly, it's good advice, because being anything else is a lot harder. So, but on my way to my first ever trade show, so wish me luck. I don't really have much expectations other than just meeting people and talking through like cards. There's a lot of cards out there that I've seen online that would be nice to see in person. So there's nothing wrong with just seeing cards in person. So yeah, what am I looking for? I don't know. So I pulled the Mars Shadow the other day, which is a really cool card, and I'm on the fence whether I'm going to keep it. I do have my first ever trade binder. So if you have cards that you pull and they're not necessarily your trade card, put in your trade binder. And there's probably somebody out there who may not be looking for a Mars Shadow, but may have one, and then that's what you want. So you just trade them for what you really want. They might not want it. So that's the cool thing about the whole community. And I think I'm looking for the Superior. That's a pretty cool card. I like that card. What else I just added? There's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a bear. I like to get that card because to me it's kind of similar to the Seismitoad, and the Seismitoad is very expensive. I do like it, but I don't like it for $200. So this place is about an hour away. What do you think? You think I'm gonna find some good cards, or I think you're just going? Oh, I did go to the drop this morning. It is October, it's first weekend in October, and GameStop has had a drop. And I don't think I've ever thought I would say this, but GameStop's doing it right. They are telling people when they're releasing their stuff. They are limiting the amount of stock people can get, so it creates an opportunity for people to get them. Whereas Walmart or these other stores have random drops, and generally the people who know about them are people who like work in the system. So yeah, so GameStop so kudos to GameStop. I was able to get 2 ETBs of Surging Sparks, which pretty much my goal is to open every single pack or every single ETB. So I want to open one and then keep one sealed for my collection. We had a really good conversation about scalpers this morning. Like, where's the line? I think I might make a separate video about this, but where's the line between scalping, investing, and collecting? Like, when they have stacks on stacks on stacks of 151 or Surging Sparks or Mega Evolutions, are they collecting or are they investing? And I feel as though if you have more than like 20 of a specific seal product, it's a little excessive. I don't know. And maybe I'm hating because I'm outside the club. I don't know. So I don't want to say I'll never be in that position, but I'm currently not in that position to be able to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on sealed products. I'm just more focused on what cards I like and what ETBs I like. I was able to get my hands on, if you watched the previous video, of the Mega Evolutions Lucario, and I think that's pretty cool. I kind of wish I had a sealed one of that, but it was nice opening it. Getting some pretty good cards out of 9 packs. I was able to pull like 3 or 4 full arts, and one of those was a illustration rare, or secret rare maybe. I don't know. It was Wally's Compassion. I got both Wally's Compassion, which is pretty cool. Yeah, YouTube's been going great. I got 25 hours of watch time. It was like 2 for like 2 weeks. I just got back into YouTube, so if you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in. That's this journey of getting out of my comfort zone. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've always wanted to just put my thoughts out there and have a goal and reach after it. Get that silver play button. Even me, like, speaking into life some of these things, I'm going to get it. It's just a matter of time. But even me just saying these things out loud and putting it on the internet is a huge step from where I was before. Even though I've been in and out of posting videos, I never really gave the confidence for pursuing it. So here I am. Even now, I'm like, people won't be watching this video this far in, and who knows, maybe you are. You're 7 minutes in and you're still here. Thank you. I think I'm going to make this whole thing an hour long, just because I want to post. I have these weird goals. I don't want to say weird goals, but like these glass ceilings that I want to break, so that way I don't feel subconsciously that they are in the way, right? So posting a whole video for a whole hour removes the barrier of I've never done this before and I have to make it like this perfect thing. It's just doing it. It's just reps. Like when it comes to any sports person, like Kobe Bryant, like that man took, I think, 39,000 shots in his whole entire career. But the only ones that people see is the ones that are the highlights, right? So all those shots were reps towards making the good shots. So no one sat there and say, oh man, he missed, let's say half of those shots. No one talks about those shots being missed. They talk about the ones that were made. So it's the same thing with posting your YouTube or your content. Just show up, put the reps in, and eventually one of them is going to hit, or all those reps you put in beforehand have prepared you for this next video or piece of art you created. I was reading the Atomic Habits, and we were talking about a professor who had separated his class, or separates class evenly, and said, this group, you need to submit one good quality picture at the end of the semester, and that will be your grade. And another group was, you need to submit 200 pictures by the end of the semester. And I might be misquoting, but the general census of it is, when they got to the end of the semester, the folks who placed so much focus on making the one perfect picture didn't necessarily compare to the folks who took 300 shots. They had better photos than the folks who painstakingly worked on the one photo. So it's the same thing about anything else, even with your job. Like, you're not really good at your job when you first get there. You're good at making plenty reps of it. You're not fantastic at social media because you haven't had any reps with it. So make some reps. So this is my rep, getting out of that comfort zone, getting into like stacks of evidence of proof of what I am and what I'm doing. So yeah, get out there, do the thing. What is the thing that you're going after? What are the barriers or subconscious barriers that you have? I'm going to stream within the next month, most likely next week, but the next month. And what I'm going to stream? I don't know, but I'm gonna break the barrier of never streaming before. Just the thought of streaming I've figured out how to use a stream deck. I've also figured out that what I've struggled with, are you gonna let me over? What I've struggled with as far as my camera setup, the same system that they use for streaming is a very good system for just recording YouTube videos, and I didn't know that thing existed until I pursued streaming. So big shout out to Jerome, a really good friend of mine who's like been supportive, been my best friend for years. So thanks, man. You're probably tuned in, so thanks. Yeah, I think that's all the thoughts I'm gonna have for now. I have 30 more minutes of a drive, so I won't overwhelm y'all with yapping. See you at
You're very welcome.
You looking for any sale, like bags or something? Mega evolutions? Ten for 70. It's like 10 sleeve for 75. I'm selling singles for $8.
all right, so pretty successful, I think. Okay, we hear you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cards. There was one card particular I was looking for that was the Superior from Black Bolt, the SIR. It stinks that no one had it. Ironically enough, one person had it, but he was a what's it called? What are called people that show up to events? Attendee. He was trying to trade it with someone, with one of the vendors, and two of the vendors were like, no, I don't think I'd be able to move it. That's like the one card I was like looking for out of my wish list. And to me, a pretty good rule per se is I don't necessarily buy anything above like $5 or $10 that's not on my wish list. So I use price charting, and I put all the cards that are on my wish list on there. And even if I come across a card that I think is cool or nice, I don't necessarily buy it if it's over a certain threshold. So I think that helps with not only having a budget helps, but also helps you not overspend. So what now? I can't believe I couldn't find the Superior, like, and the fact that someone had it and I missed them by like 30 minutes. So I think I'm about to head back to the house. I don't have any sealed products. Actually, I think I have a Twilight Macerate I'm gonna open. So let's see what the rest of the day. Probably go home, put these all in my binder so y'all can see, and take this hour drive. Actually, I think I want to get something to eat. Schooners, one of the places I've always wanted to eat. I ate here like years ago, and I found it. All right, so I am kind of heartbroken because we get it, ding, 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 because they had the seafood gumbo here. It's so good, and I don't eat meat, so, and it tasted, I don't want to say it tastes like it had meat in it, but it tasted pretty daggone good. And I don't do it right now because it's too hot outside, so I got tacos instead. Yeah, it was like tri-fish or something like that. So we'll see what's it about. Oh my god, water quick. Wow, that's good. I think it's like the sauce. It's like sweet and spicy, just a bit of spicy. It's pretty good. Oh my god. So Scooters Fish House. So all right, I'm gonna eat this, hit the road and go home. All right, so home, just got home. I thought about just going through my binder with you guys, but and like show you with it in it, but it's kind of hard to like show you and record at the same time. So I took everything out, but this binder I got off of Amazon. It's a top loader binder, and that's important because it becomes a little bit more popular because these hard sleeves protects your cards a little bit better than just regular sleeves. You don't have any bad binder behavior because you'll have nice cards, but then the binder will like crimp it. So you want to have binders that don't have rings in them, and if you do have rings, that they don't pinch cards. So I want to go through some of my favorite cards with you guys. These are actually cards that I own. So this Moltres I pulled out of Destin Radio's set is my favorite card, just mainly because I pulled it. Ethan's Ho-Ho. This card I also pulled, so one of my favorites. And then going through the other ones, I think the only other one I wanted to show y'all from this was this Latias EX. I bought this one, but it's a nice card to me. All right, next up, this stack. Nothing too special. This is the Charmander from, is it 151? No, I can't remember which one it's from, but it has the Pokemon Center stamp. So maybe it is from 151, and that makes it a little bit more expensive than the regular. So you see that stamp right there in the bottom corner. So, and yeah, so rush around. Boom. Prismatic Evolutions is definitely one of those sets. This is where this came from. I brought a surprise box, and the surprise box comes with one of the 9, I think it's 9, or one of the 7 evolutions, and you think I have a 1 in 7 chance or 1 in 8 chance, and I end up pulling the Glaceon twice. So I gave it to my brother-in-law. So some of these cards, don't miss that one. I pulled that one. It's not really one of my favorites, but it definitely is a card that I like. So, oh, I just recently bought this one. I really like this one. Team Rockets. What's your favorite set out there? All right, what's next? Boom, 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 boom. These are all mainly trainers. So, Gengar, which I think I bought this at like $20, and it's gone up to like 50, so like doubled in price. And this Vulpix I recently pulled from the Mega Evolutions, and then Ivysaur, and then I believe it's pronounced Geta. Geta is one of my favorite trainers. So, and then the rest of these are trainers, I believe. And oh, here's all my. This is really where all my EVs are. What was in that other stack? Oh, they're mixed with EVs. So, but this is mainly all the EVs that I have. Evolutions. Some from the first generation when they came out. Boom. All right, let's speed this up. And you can see why I like starting to put some of these cards in a certain order, because some of them go together. And I've already seen the ones I got today, and last stack, I think, I've already seen those. So, yeah. What is y'all's favorite card? Do you have a top loader? Do you, I don't know if that's showing or not. Thank you guys so much with your patience as I'm going through this new season of recording. Did you already see Wally's Compassion? That's one of my favorites as well. This one was another one I pulled, as well as the Marshadow, which has a little Pikachu at the bottom. I was standing in the line with some other people for GameStop drop, and they were all saying, yeah, I pulled the Marshadow, I put the Marshadow, and I'm like, the pull rate for this Marshadow might be a little high. So, but it's a pretty cool card. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'm going out to dinner tonight. I am going out to dinner tonight, me and my wife. So, oh, one more thing to show y'all. So the Mega Evolution Booster bundle, as well as Surging Sparks ETB. Like, I'm on a mission to open all the ETBs, so, and also that Magneton. I dig that Magneton for real. And I don't know, if you're a first time watcher and first time like understanding like Pokemon, the Pokemon Center like words will be right here, and that would be this Magneton would have had a stamp on it. So just FYI, making a cool appearance, Luffy from One Piece. Pretty cool card. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, super cool outro.